Welcome, everybody. The NFL Draft is this week, which means it's time to look at some of the best players available. I'm Joe with the Game House, and today we're going to go over the top cornerbacks in the 2023 NFL Draft. The cornerbacks are up in today's position ranking videos. We're going to go through the top 5 cornerbacks in this year's draft class. If you want to see more, you can find a big board position rankings and more player profiles at thegamehouse.com on the NFL draft page. We're going to be going through player profiles I wrote for the top 5 guys as we start here with Kelee Ringo at number 5 in this class. I like Ringo's size for an NFL corner, 6'2", 207 pounds. He's okay with length, not the greatest length, but okay length, and he also has excellent play strength for the position. This will help him press at the line of scrimmage, reroute wide receivers, and it also comes into play when he's fighting for the ball against bigger wide receivers on the outside. Especially for his size, Ringo has great athleticism. He has good speed. Showed that at the NFL Combine. It shows up on tape as well. His speed, it includes the ability to recover. That's something if he gets behind early, he shows the ability to recover pretty well. And he also has good jumping ability as well, helping him contest catches. He has the ability to make an impact as a run defender too. He sheds blocks well. He uses his strength well. He's able to find where the ball's going. Pursues the ball pretty well, and he's also a solid tackler, given his size as well, which enables him to finish the play, and has the chance to really stop guys in the open field. Ringo is solid in zone coverage, but it may struggle in man-to-man at the NFL. I think his struggles maybe come from when he tries to transition and change direction. Those hips are a little bit tight, makes it tough for mirror receivers. He has recovery speed to catch up, but he can still be beaten by detailed route runners. I think he's kind of struggled in that Ohio State game against some of their good receivers because of their ability to run routes pretty well. In coverage, he can be too grabby. He was penalized a lot in 2022 season. He just needs to trust his technique and just play more discipline. He has good ball skills generally, but he could be even better if he shows that he can track the ball better. There's times where he just doesn't get his head around, where he doesn't see where the ball's going. Just finding the ball quicker will really help him at the next level. Projected draft range, first-round pick, second-round pick. He's been a guy who's fallen maybe to the second round in a lot of mock drafts, but I like his talent. I like his size and athleticism blend. I think that's why he should probably go first round still. He's a first-round draft grade on my board. I do have 5 first-round cornerbacks this year. I think he's a very good athlete, and I think maybe, again, we're overlooking a lot of what he's done in his career because of maybe a bad performance at against Ohio State, and maybe, the tight hips, but I think he can really help in different ways. Deonte Banks is number 4 out of Maryland. He's great man-to-man coverage. He's going to be able to mirror. He can play press or off-man coverage, reroutes wide receivers and press. When he plays off, he has the ability to mirror those receivers. He can match a receiver's route, and he just really can be trusted with man-to-man matchups. I think even at the NFL level, he should be able to be successful man-to-man. He's also had success in zone. He played a variety of coverages in Maryland. I think he has good eye balance between the quarterback and receivers. He shows good spatial awareness in zone coverage, and he can pass off receiver in zone and has good communication with his teammates. His athleticism is also very good play speed, confirmed that at the NFL Combine. He has fluid hips, he's able to change directions quickly, and he's good acceleration, just an explosive athlete. He needs to continue to work on his ball skills. He lacked ball production for the majority of his career at Maryland. Banks just had 2 career interceptions and 11 passes defended. Just needs to show better anticipation and route recognition and then attack the catch point better to improve in that area. His run support and tackling can improve to make a more complete corner. Right now he's a guy kind of like you put him on the island and kind of like he covers well but just won't help with the run. I think he could fight harder to shed blocks, and I think he could or even evade them. And once the play comes near him, he's just an average tackle, so he just needs to finish plays better as a tackler. And in coverage, he gets turned around too much. He's a very aggressive guy, makes some risks, but he just turns his back to the quarterback too much, doesn't get his head turned around, and kind of be fooled by double moves. Something he needs to work on. The riskiness is good in some situations, but it's also bad if it doesn't work out, so it's just kind of a catch-22 there. Projected draft range, first-round pick. I think that's for sure happening. Draft grade, first-round pick for me. I think the coverage abilities were great, and just a guy who really flew up draft boards this offseason. Joey Porter Jr., the son of Joey Porter Sr., who played for the Steelers at linebacker throughout his career, and then the Cardinals, I believe, as well. He plays the position like his dad played linebacker, which means he's great in press coverage, strength and mentality to jam wide receivers at the line of scrimmage, throw them off their routes. He can win the rep early. I don't think there's a better job. I don't think there's a player who does a better job of knocking players off their routes. I think he's good in zone or man coverage as long as you let him press. I think he can figure it out. Although it doesn't show up on the interception column of the stat sheet, he's got good ball skills. He's able to track it. He's able to go get it. He attacks the catch point well. I think a lot of times teams were avoiding throwing to his side of the field, which is a testament to him. But I think he has the ball skills despite the ball production not always being there. He's not afraid to come out and run support either. Again, he plays the corner position like his dad played linebacker position. He sheds blocks. He's able to get away from blockers, elude them. He isn't afraid to tackle, and he's just it's just funny. It's just weird to watch him play corner just like his dad played linebacker in that regard. So he does work against him sometimes, that physicality, that linebacker mentality. Porter is very grabby in coverage. He got away with some of it at the college level. He did get penalized some too. But he's just, he sometimes grabs to keep up because I don't think he has the greatest long speed in the class, which is the next point. He can be beaten deep a lot. His 40-yard dash time was 4.45 seconds. It helps, but it doesn't always show up on tape, which is the main thing. And also was a fast track at Indianapolis at the Combine this year, so that could come into play. But I think if he stays with his press and he's able to really disrupt the route, I don't think that it's going to be that big of a problem that his speed might not be up to the elite NFL standards. In man-to-man coverage, he can struggle to mirror the routes of receivers. He's got those tight hips, which makes changing directions tough. So like with his long speed issues, if he jams receivers at the line of scrimmage, it may not end up being a huge issue. But it's just the tight hips. He can't really transition that well. So that's something to keep in mind if you're planning on taking him in the first round, which he's going to go first-round pick. I have a first-round grade on him. Really like his game. I like the physicality. I love the mentality. Maybe not going to be a top 10 pick, but maybe right after there. Christian Gonzalez out of Oregon. Gonzalez started his career in Colorado, transferred to Oregon. And I think the first thing to me that jumped out on tape, athleticism. Just great athletic family. I think his sister was in the Olympics for, I think, track. Great speed, fluid hips, quickness, and agility. Good leaping ability as well. He shows good recovery speed if teams initially beat him. Gonzalez is the most athletic corners in the Combine. Showed that on tape. Showed it on tape and at the Combine. He has all the tools to play press coverage in the NFL. Good length and strength to help him in this regard. Jam receivers at the line of scrimmage pretty well. In addition, if he falls behind early, he does have the burst to recover. His ability to mirror receivers is great, which, I mean, that's kind of good if you want to play him in off coverage too, but he can play both man and zone. Ability to mirror receivers in man-to-man very well. Fluid hips, I think, to help him man-to-man as well, but in zone coverage, he also shows that good eye balance, I think. So something to keep in mind here. And I think if staying with him stride for stride is something important. He doesn't have the greatest ball skills early in his career. He did develop that at Oregon, but he didn't track the ball well. He didn't attack the catch point well. He was kind of a one-year wonder, if you will, at attacking the catch point and being good at ball skills, and that was this past year at Oregon. He can provide better run support than he currently does. He doesn't show a good job of tracking where the ball is going to go or shedding, and needs to make sure he finishes the play with a good tackle, as the last point says. Just not the most consistent tackler. He's a first-round pick, first-round grade. I think that he's going to possibly be the first corner taken, even though he's not my number one corner. I think the athleticism really comes into play here, and just something to watch out for. I think he could be a really good corner at the next level. Number one corner, Devin Witherspoon, a guy who honestly kind of came out of nowhere this year. Like, he was kind of known as a player, but not maybe as a top corner in the class, but here we are. Witherspoon's great in man-to-man coverage, shut down other teams' top receivers, isn't afraid to get physical with them despite his size limitations. He can mirror receivers' routes, he shows good route recognition. I trust him in man coverage pretty well. Ball skills are very good as well. Uses route recognition in anticipation to make plays on the ball. He gets his head turned around in man coverage. In zone, he uses his eye balance very well, and he anticipates well, goes, attacks the catch point, swats it away or intercepts it for the defense. Very good ball skills. I think his play style needs to be talked about a lot too. He's got a great demeanor. He's undersized, but he plays with such aggression that it's just like I just loved watching his tape. He's very physical and aggressive in his coverage against the run. He flies to the football and also tries to make an impact there. Even as a corner, great motor and demeanor at the next level. He's one of these guys who I don't think is afraid to go up against the other team's best receiver, even if it's the best in the NFL. Again, a little bit undersized for the position, 5'11", 181 pounds. One of the smaller players on the field, but he's not afraid to go up against the big guys either. So we'll see if he can maybe do that at the NFL level as well. The long speed will be put to the test at the next level. Witherspoon has been beaten deep on occasion. You might need to keep safety help over the top as he starts his career and figures things out. His positioning does cover up his speed, but he can struggle to recover if the receivers kind of beat him early. The mirror and match skills are there, but just if he gets behind by a step or two, it sometimes can be hard for him to catch up. I think his aggressiveness is good, but it also, catch-22 again here, I think it can be hurtful as well. Like, he can be dedicated to making the big play, can be over-aggressive. He gets faked out on play actions and double moves. He bites on some pump fakes. Something he needs to figure out, but you don't want him to lose that aggressive mentality at the same time. First-round pick, first-round draft grade. I think he could be top 10 as well. Matter of preference here between Gonzalez and Witherspoon for cornerback number 1. I think the tiebreaker for me here is that Witherspoon, the way he plays the game. So going back over, we have Keely Ringo at number 5, Deontay Banks number 4, Joey Porter number 3, Christian Gonzalez number 2, and Devin Witherspoon number 1. Let me know what you think of the cornerback rankings in the comments below. Make sure to like and subscribe for all of the position ranking videos as we go forward. 2 more names to kind of note, the guys I like. Clark Phillips out of Utah, might be more of a slot corner. And then Julius Brents for the exact opposite reason. Big, lengthy corner, might be going in the first round. I have him as a cornerback 7, and then Phillips is cornerback 6. Just something to keep in mind as we get closer to the NFL draft. For now, thanks for watching. We'll see you guys next time.